Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my prep for making a small batch of salt scrubs. In this case, made for a hand scrub, although there are lots of different kinds of scrubs. Anyway, let's get right into it. I often make bigger batches and I'm a little more precise with those for a professional scale batch, but for a small scale batch for friends and family, I love to experiment, much like I love to cook. I like to kind of keep it a little loose, follow the general principle. So, the general principle is some sea salt and some oil. And a lot of times we add fragrance and or essential oils for additional, well, fragrance mostly, but then also if you want some of the therapeutic benefits of some of the essential oils, then essential oils. If you're just looking for fragrance, fragrance oil is often a better choice because it actually holds the fragrance longer. Essential oils tend to evaporate over time. Any carrier oil will do. In this case, I'm going to use apricot kernel oil and sweet almond oil because that's something I happen to have on hand and want to use up that is a good match for what I'm making. And I'm going to use sea salt that I happen to have in bulk as well. I have about 10, these are each 5 pounds, so I have about 10 pounds of sea salt there. I'm not going to use all of that probably, although I may make 2 small batches. This bowl is a little small, but it's sufficient for 1 small batch, which is about 3 cups of salt and 1 cup of oil, and then I will probably adjust a little. Now you can add glycerin, you can add liquid soap, but make sure it's not a water-based liquid soap or it will dissolve the salt. Same with sugar scrubs. I just recently made a sugar scrub and added some liquid soap and didn't look at the ingredients, and it was water-based and it melted my sugar. But anyway, that's another reason why it's fun. It's important to experiment in smaller batches because then you haven't wasted a lot of oil and salt and sugar if you make a mistake. But all that said, these make an excellent gift. They make an excellent way just to get familiar with some of essential oils and home health care and home beauty care products. So I am going to go get a notebook and a pen because that's something I forgot to get out, and that is another thing I will remind you is important to keep track of what you do if you're experimenting along the way so that you can repeat or not repeat your results in the future. So, going to do a separate video at the end, but I just wanted to go over, you want to have your containers washed and dried and ready to go. You want to have your essential oils that you're using. In this case, I'm going to do 2 different small batches. One is going to be a peppermint and orange. I might put a little grapefruit in there. I've yet to decide. And the other is going to be a eucalyptus and spearmint with maybe some tea tree. Again, I'm not sure. Tea tree, I like to put in a, there are certain areas I would use a tea tree for, like a nice back scrub, for example, or something. In this case, I have in mind to make gifts for friends and family that are this size container, about a 6 to 8 ounce container that you keep by the sink and use for washing hands. So I'm going to do a pretty potent sweet orange, maybe some grapefruit, and maybe just a hint of the peppermint for my first scrub. Oh, and I didn't bring them in here. They're in the other room, but I think I'm going to add some exfoliating seeds, maybe either strawberry or raspberry seeds. I like to use a natural exfoliating seeds, and not just because I happen to sell those in my eBay store, but actually the other way around, or rather, pardon me, I no longer have an eBay store. I have an Etsy store. Sleeping Dragons Company, by the way, if you want to check that out. And I am in the process of listing my products that I had over on eBay. And one of those is a whole line of natural exfoliants, exfoliating seeds and ground up fibers, which are a wonderful way to add exfoliating properties to your body care products without mucking up the environment with little plastic beads and things like that. The micro beads are a real problem. So anyhow, that's my little spiel. I welcome your questions and comments. I remind you, get everything out that you need. It's real simple. It's only going to take me about probably 10 to 15 minutes to mix up this batch. And package it up, make sure you keep track of what you did, label it, and then enjoy. Let me know if you have questions or comments. Check out the description for ways you can support me, products that you can purchase that I have made. I give you a thumbs up if you do. You can give me a thumbs up back if you like this video. And until next time, I wish you laughter, lightheartedness, peaceful conflict resolution, good smelling creations, amazing adventures. Don't forget to play every day and drive forward.